Any other year, these fields would be clear now in preparation for the next harvest. But tons of the last season's crops still wait here idly.
World wait for it, but Ukrainian cannot do anything.
Russia's war in Ukraine has propelled an unprecedented logistics and agricultural crisis.
In one day, we lost around 90,000 hectares in Donetsk region and around 20,000 hectares in Kiev region.
At least 22 million tons of grain remains blocked in Ukraine, either at farms or at seaports that are now occupied. The blockade has ruined tons of crops like this, a sight which is becoming increasingly common in farms across this country. But this is not just a Ukrainian crisis. This is becoming a global crisis. Ukraine is a major global agricultural exporter. Dubbed the world's breadbasket, it's contributed to 10% of the world's wheat, 13% of corn, and about 46% of sunflower oil last year. With the war nearly in its fifth month, prices of grain have drastically risen globally, triggering food insecurity in poorer nations.
Last year, Ukraine produced 86 million tons of grain crops. Ukraine's domestic demand is 19 million tons. Accordingly, we exported everything else. Last month, Ukraine exported 1.4 million tons of grain and about 300,000 tons of sunflower oil via road, but that's much less than what could be exported by sea.
And yet another issue stalks the country. It's running out of storage. With the new harvest season around the corner, this storage and transport facility would be bustling with activity. The grains would be sieved through the silo, transferred onto trucks and trains, and sent off to Ukraine's seaports. Not anymore, though, says Pravdivy Oleg. He's worked here for more than a decade and says he's never seen it like this.
The scene here was very different before the war. There would be wagons on these trucks. It would be loud. The lights would be on. Everyone running around doing their jobs, and trucks would be whizzing around the area, delivering grains. It was like this around the clock.
The international community accuses Russia of using food as a weapon of war. The Kremlin strongly denies this. The United Nations says this crisis, unless averted, could potentially push up to 49 million people into famine or near-starving conditions. A lot lies at stake as Turkey and the United Nations negotiate a safe sea corridor through the Black Sea. But until a deal is reached, these routes that deliver food to the world will remain at a standstill. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TRT World, Korolivka, Ukraine.